call a person who has come to the U.S. with or without permission from the U.S. government, and why?
I mean, without putting any thought into it, I guess I would probably call them illegal, just because it's like what's referred to by many people. Even even someone in my family who came to this country illegally or undocumented and stayed here would refer to it as illegal. So I've just been I've grown up just like using that term. It just comes naturally. It's not like it's a good term, but I mean, I'm just used to it.
Illegal without permission? Yeah, here illegally. So like illegally without permission. Like with permission. With permission. I don't know, they're accepted.
Why?
Because if they're with permission, then they're allowed to be in here in the U.S. But without, then technically they're not allowed.
I mean, first I would call them a person because that's what they are. But I mean, I guess they're an immigrant, or they would be marked as an immigrant. But whether it's legal or illegal, or whether they did or didn't have permission, it really doesn't matter to me. So yeah, they're a person first.
Feel about immigration in the U.S.
I think that it's an important issue in the U.S. I know that it's something in my home state in California that comes up a lot because we do have a lot of immigrants there, and I think that it's a very tricky dynamic because we have a lot of undocumented immigrants who are, in our school system and in the UC system, which is like our public universities, or not public universities, but state-sponsored universities. And I know that things like that cause a lot of tension, but I also think that it's difficult because people don't realize how much immigrants contribute to the economy and to various aspects of life, and so it's definitely a multifaceted issue, and I don't think there's one answer to it that can be sufficient, and so it's something that I think needs to have a lot of dialogue surrounding it to incorporate all aspects of it.
How do you feel about the term illegal?
So the term illegal, I remember taking a class last semester. Somebody had come into a class talking about immigration in the U.S. and I remember that apparently illegal isn't even the right term for somebody who is undocumented. Apparently somebody who comes here undocumented without permission is in the same violation as a parking violation, right? You're nodding your head, so I'm assuming that's right. So it's kind of ridiculous deporting people or sending people off to jail for if somebody had committed a parking violation. And also it's just I think it's just such a dehumanizing word. It's not somebody who had come here or illegally had come here for different reasons, and it's just a disrespect for certain backgrounds and certain things about them. So I personally would use the word illegal. I think it's just a disrespectful word.
What if you found that one of your friends were undocumented?
So interestingly, that did happen to me in high school. One of my very good friends, João, he's from Turabado, Brazil. We were in chemistry class and we went to go take a field trip to the nuclear reactor. And the teacher jokingly said, "Oh, I just want to make sure you all have your green card and American citizenships. They might ask." And he was the only one. He raised his hand, saying, "No, I'm not an American citizen." And everyone thought he was joking at first, but he's being completely serious. And I don't think it's completely fine. It doesn't matter. It has no effect on who he is as a person. He's really hardworking, really smart. He's just so incredible. And it was so much that he wasn't able to apply to college the first time around. He had to take a year off because he was not a citizen of the United States. But now he has it, and I don't think I would feel the same. I don't think I'd feel any different if I found out any of my other friends were, because it doesn't matter.
What if you found out one of your friends were undocumented?
Well, in high school,
one of my friends told me that she was undocumented, and we were at soccer practice, and she was like talking to me about how she doesn't know if she can go to college because you need like a social security number and everything like that. And then I asked her like what she planned on doing because I felt really bad for her because it's like live in America and it's hard for you to like be around so many people who have an opportunity to go to school and knowing that you can't go kind of like sucks. And so like we were just talking about what she can do, and like she wasn't born here, she was born in Mexico, and like she was undocumented, and it was just like she didn't know what she was gonna do. She wasn't sure if she could she was gonna graduate, but like she didn't think she was able to go to college. And then another friend of mine who was also undocumented from Venezuela, she was saying that she couldn't apply for financial aid because you also need to be a citizen, and she was undocumented. And it's just, I felt really bad. Like I feel like it's a big problem, and that students our age should be able to go to school, especially living in America. And like thankfully, I think Obama's kind of working on that, but I think that there's so many people who aren't given a chance to. I'm hoping that every undocumented kid gets to go to school.
Feel about undocumented individuals that are brought at a young age to the U.S. Like, what do you think should be done?
I don't really know what should be done. I think immigration laws are just in general just aren't right. I mean, I had a friend growing up who lived 2 hours away. I live in San Diego, and he lived 2 hours away and commuted every day, and his family, I'm not sure if they lived, I'm not sure how close they lived, or if they were in the United States or if they were in Mexico, but I thought, I didn't even realize it until we were talking about it. That he lived so far away and that he was doing this. And I feel like opportunities need to be equal for people, and people who make these laws act as if there's a huge difference and that it's easily seen when one person is illegal, but in reality they're people too, and they have children, and those children that grow up with you, you don't know are, I guess, illegal, or I don't know what the laws are as far as if you're born here or if you're born. But yeah, I think it's all kind of messed up. But as far as the friend goes, I think they have every right to be here and shouldn't have to commute 2 hours every day to go to high school.